ESPN's exclusive live coverage of the PBA Tour is presented by Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. What's your size? By Miller High Life. To live simply, proudly, boldly, manly. This is the High Life. And by Cambridge Credit Counseling. Find out how good it feels to be debt-free. Just 2 miles from the North Rock Lanes. That's where Wichita State's campus is. Healy Jr. played his collegiate bowling career at Wichita State. Coach Vatican there, who has won 6 titles for the men, 6 for the women. A perennial powerhouse in collegiate bowling, the Wichita State program. He returns. Working on a strike is Patrick. A strike ball here, he's down 8. Needs it. Got it. They're just curing it right out of the break. Got it, baby.
Patrick Healy can go to the wall and shoot 259. Dave D'Antremont can strike out for 267. See how he posts every shot? Just perfect.
So the open really becomes significant now. Strike percentage this week. Wants to increase the number. With a strike, he's up 2 pins. You're lucky! Hey, man. 4-7 still up.
Take a look at this little wiggling of the elbow. It's kind of his little pre-shot, just a kind of a fudging a little bit to get a little comfortable, keep him nice and relaxed instead of just standing there frozen stiff like a statue.
But he is so smooth on the approach, Randy. I know you're impressed with his head.
His head movement is almost nil.
Picks up his mark. 10-pin lead now, Dave D'Antremont. That can go up 10, though, because he's working on a strike now. It's been a long time since Dave has won. He told us last night he had doubted if he'd ever make a show again. With all the injury problems. There's another.
He's just curing it. And he was very confident last night when we spoke with him. You know, he talked about his injuries, talked about his knees, wearing the knee brace and all. But, you know, he told us he's lost about 40 pounds. He's feeling great. He said his game came back, and you know, his own words, hey, Double D is back.
Chance to go up 30 pins on a double in the 8th.
Boy, look at that ball. Look at that ball just stop right in front of the head pin. The reason why is the bowlers always try to look for friction. The ball travels in direction of rotation once friction is created, and here's your friction. The players are going to feed that ball into that dry spot, and then it's going to look like somebody kicked it to the left.
Sometimes bowlers flirt with the channel, and they're into the gutter. We've seen it a few times with this oil pattern. That's perfect for Healy. You can find out much more about the oil patterns. PBA on the web, pba.com, a great website with all the information you can possibly need to keep you updated on the tournament and future events like the Greater Kansas City Open. That's where we're going next week, just outside KC.
Well, this is Patrick's last shot on what he said was his bad lane. You know, he had the choice of lanes to finish on. Obviously, he's going to finish on the right lane. He was the higher qualifier.
Strike, he's down 20. Comes in high, 4-pin stance.
Left lane was his Achilles heel. It's a big problem. This ball just drifts high, leaves a 4-pin. Struck 1 time on the left lane. Strategy was there, just the left lane did not cooperate.
Makes the 4 to get his spare there. Good shot. Maximum score of 217 for him. Single pin conversion rate is outstanding, but some struggles on lane 11. 2 TV lanes today.
I mean, right now, D'Antremont, all he has to do is keep it on the lane. Show up in the 9th and 10th, and he's going to advance.
Strike puts him up 40. Make it a 40-pin lead.
Oh, You hear that? A little trash talking from Big Double D. That's one down. Again, I can't emphasize enough how confident this guy is. I mean, for a guy that hasn't been there in a long time, to be that confident, that's I mean, that's pretty amazing. And normally you kind of build yourself up to that a couple of shows or something, but I mean, he said he's ready now, and he's expecting to bowl good week in and week out.
Different approach.
All right.
As he leaves a wild split at the end of his round.
Game's over.
Okay.
2-8-10. Dave DeAntremont, your winner.
Walter Ray Williams, owner of 34 PBA titles and a Hall of Famer, awaits Dave DeAntremont in the semifinal. First, we will see Ryan Schaefer and Chris Barnes. Big sigh of relief. Dave told us this morning he felt still the butterflies were turning. Didn't know how to respond. 10-pin for Healy.
Wow. That's a pretty good game for 2-0. If he makes this, he's going to be in the 206 area, 205. He gets another 9 count. It's a pretty solid game for only shooting that, especially when the guy averages almost 240 for the whole week.
Nice look. Patrick Healy Jr. picks up the spare. Dave DeAntremont can take a couple of minutes to relax. Now, Randy, what kind of things go on? He's got a match to rest a bit, think about his semifinal with Walter Ray. What's going through his mind?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, you know, what I would be going through is how much of the lane's going to change. This match I'm going to sit. He'll probably practice a little bit off to our right, keep himself warm, but that's the biggest thing, you know, what to expect when he goes back over for the next game. How much of a lane, how much change have the lane conditions gone through?
The quest for his first career title continues for Patrick Healy Jr. He loses this match 232-206. The local favorite, Chris Barnes, 2 times an All-American at Wichita State, gets the home fans jacked up. He takes on Ryan Schaefer when we come back to Wichita. Schaefer won here in the year 2000, trying to defend his title against Chris Barnes when we come back.